I know I look crazy. The haircut is coming. And that's just that. Here we are. Let's get into this this week's Too Woke Wednesday. Hey everybody, welcome to Too Woke Wednesday. My name is Devin, aka Devin Too Woke, and today we are going to be trying something new. Alongside the video component to this, I'm also going to be uploading the audio onto my podcast, The Devin Hour. Go stream it everywhere. It is a lovely, lovely podcast. And I'm excited about it. It's more content for the podcast, more content for the YouTube channel. We're going to see how it works out. Okay, it should work out perfectly fine, hopefully. So with that being said, let's not waste no time. Let's get started on our topics for today. So first, we are going to start off with some music. Let's talk about SZA's hit Different, which is a perfect song. It is an amazing song. I love the visual for it. The music video is stunning. She directed it herself, which is perfect, makes it even better. Ty Dolla $ign is on the hook, and he owns the hook. Every single thing that Ty Dolla $ign does is so effortless. I felt like SZA was going to go down the Lauryn Hill route and give us one album and then that'll be that, which I was perfectly okay with because Control is a timeless record. But I'm so happy to see that SZA is releasing music again. I watched the interview that she did with Apple Music. She has a whole bunch of music and she's ready to release it. So I'm just excited to see what this album has in store for us. I know it's going to be good. And while we're on the topic of music, let's talk about Chloe and Halle's remix to Do It. It should have never happened. First off, I do not like the roster of artists that they decided to have on that song. I don't care for Mulatto. I don't care for Doja Cat, and I really don't care for City Girls. I felt like there could have been a better group of female rappers to put on the song. Also, I felt like if you're going to do a remix of Do It, it should have either been with one artist or you remix the song, as in like how they used to do in the 90s where they would remix the beat and, you know, do something new with it, but it still has the same essence of the original song. Every time I hear Do It, I hear Jumpin' Jumpin' by Destiny's Child. I think that would have been dope if they would have, like, you know, did something with that. I don't know. I felt like it could have been executed a lot better, and the remix just did not need to happen. If it wasn't going to be done correctly, it just did not need to happen. A lot of people were clowning Carisha for her verse, and I do not disagree. We're just going to act like this remix never happened. Now on to the first official topic. There was Brandy Vs Monica last week for Versus on Apple Music, and it was amazing. I love both Brandy and Monica. I'm more of a Brandy individual. I enjoy Brandy's harmonies. I enjoy Brandy's musicality. I think her discography is a lot stronger, but Monica really did her thing during that Versus. I forgot how many hits and how many bangers Monica has, so I really did enjoy myself. There was a lot of people who thought that there was going to be more shade being thrown. I really didn't see too much shade being thrown between Brandy and Monica during the Versus. It just looked like two individuals who have two completely different personality types who just known each other for a long time and is just very aware of each other. That's all it was to me. I don't think it was anything deep. But behind the scenes, apparently that they were discussing, you know, collaborating and, you know, hanging out. But now that they are both legends in this game, and I feel strong with saying that both Brandy and Monica are legends, we could just dead that whole entire beef. We could reminisce on it, you know, but let's not keep that going because I don't think that it's needed. Like, it's useless, especially in today's time. I would love to see Brandy and Monica go on tour with each other, possibly another song collaboration, because I like both of their song collaborations. So I'm just excited to see what we're going to get from Brandy and Monica going forward. Ciao. You know what? Let's talk about Atlanta Pride, because what the hell is going on down there? What is going on? Was there a need for all the fighting? First off, Pride should have been canceled. Clubs should not be open. Black queer people from all over the country, specifically black queer men, they went down to Atlanta and acted like a fool. They were fighting nonstop. I think there was even a shootout at one point. For what? What was the reason? People looked a mess. I know everybody saw the Chinese takeout shorts, which was a mess. If you're going to go out during a pandemic, at least look good. At least. If you're going to put yourself at risk, if you're going to be all up in the club or be out in public without a face mask, at least look good. Look decent, presentable. You wore a white t-shirt and some Chinese takeout shorts? Where do you even buy those? I really wanted summer that bad that you acted like a fool and wore Chinese takeout pants. There was no reason for clubs to be open. And then these celebrities going to these bookings, city girls, city girls who claim that they have all this damn money, went to a Atlanta booking during a pandemic. Clearly, you ain't got the amount of money that you guys are bragging about. And also, the social responsibility is not there. Your judgment is poor. But also, you are people with a social platform. You are, unfortunately, influencers. So you should have really thought about this. Like, okay, if I go to this gig, people are going to show up and they're going to come see me and they're going to be put at risk. Maybe I shouldn't go to this gig, especially since I got all this damn money and I don't need to work. So whatever. Just a hot ass mess. And I think as a punishment, they should just cancel Atlanta Pride for next year. I was going to make a slick comment as we transition into this next topic, but I'm not going to. So Odell Beckham, and let me just make a disclaimer, okay? I am not in the business of kink shaming. If you are into some nasty, freaky shit, that's on you. That is your business, and it should stay your business. This girl went on to the No Jumper podcast? Or I think the podcast is hosted by those two girls that talked about Trey Songz. I think it's called Two Thoughts and something. I forgot what the podcast is called. So somebody's baby mama. I completely forgot who baby mama she was. I forgot who she had a baby by. Either way, she got onto this podcast with these two girls, and she was saying, she's into some freaky stuff, and then that somebody liked to be shitted on, okay? And she was talking about Odell Beckham Jr. Now, like I said, as a disclaimer, I am not in the business of kink shaming people. Whatever happens behind closed doors, stay behind closed doors. That is none of my damn business. And I do think that if this is true, that woman is whack, for exposing Odell, especially since she was participating in the nonsense. So I just kind of felt like that was inappropriate. And if that was something that y'all did behind closed doors or attempted to do, or something that he was interested in, then you should keep that. You should keep that to yourself. Don't go exposing people's business like that. Of course, Twitter took it and they ran with it, and they're cracking on Odell. And I'm not even going to lie to you, the memes are hilarious. Next topic, because now I'm getting uncomfortable thinking about Odell and his kinks. Ew. So for today's final topic, let's talk about Candace Owens and Cardi B. I'm not going to go into detail about what happened and, every single detail between the two, because they were tweeting back and forth for hours, and it was just a long and drawn out conversation that was filled with ignorance, mainly from Candace Owens' side. I'm just going to be talking about the highlights of what went down. So first off, Candace Owens is promoting a book. She did an interview with some white man, and and she was talking about this book, and then she started talking about Cardi B and the song WAP. And Candace Owens, I personally feel as though she needs to shut the hell up. Of course, Cardi B clapped back, and Cardi B said what she had to say, read her for filth, dragged her for filth, and I live for every moment of it. I especially live for the part where she said that baby inside of Candace Owens is currently saying that pussy is dry. But at one point, the conversation did get kind of out of hand. Cardi B was saying that the baby inside of Candace Owens, because apparently somebody decided to get Candace Owens pregnant. So Cardi B was like, I bet that baby inside of her is saying that WAP is dry. And I cackled. And then Candace Owens took it as like, oh, you're talking about my unborn child, blah, blah, blah. So I do feel like it kind of went overboard, the conversation. I just want Candace Owens to shut up. She's over here tap dancing to people that don't really care about her existence. And then for her to be like, well, Cardi B's not entering my field of politics, so I'm allowed to comment on things that she say. This is verbatim. This isn't what she said, but still. And I think Candace Owens is ignorant if you're going to try to downplay Cardi B's influence. So yes, Cardi B may not be the most politically correct or politically intelligent individual, but we can't deny the fact that Cardi B is a big influencer. She has a massive following, and her talking about politics is causing other people to care more about politics and to follow what's going on. So I feel like it is important for Cardi B to use her platform to address politics, and I do think it is smart for Joe Biden to go and talk to Cardi B and have conversations with her. So for Candace Owens to kind of downplay that fact of like, okay, Cardi B is a big influencer and that is causing a lot of people to get involved, I just find Candace Owens to be ignorant. Like, I just find her to be, I don't like her tone. I don't like the huck and jive that she's doing for the Republican Party. I definitely don't like the cooning and buffooning. She could keep that to herself. Just go away and leave Cardi B alone. And I'm happy that Cardi B, after a while, stopped addressing and stopped talking to Candace Owens, because there was at some point where Candace Owens just kept going and it just got annoying and it was uncalled for. And that's that. That's all I have for you guys today. That's TooWoke Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week's episode of TooWoke Wednesday. We're going to try to keep the consistency going. I know I've been like off for a couple weeks, but we're really trying to get into the swing of things. I really have a focus and a vision, so we are going to really get the consistency going. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Also, make sure you check out my podcast, The Devin Hour, where the audio version of this video will be uploaded onto every Wednesday. And yeah, check it out. Tell me what you like. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Devin2Woke. There is a lot of great conversation over there. And personally, I find myself to be very much entertaining on those apps. So go follow me there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you guys next week. Stay woke and drink your water. Wear your face mask. The pandemic isn't over, y'all. It's not.